TX Sheepdog 72 here. I'm here with Steve from PMP News. We're outside of the property room for the San Antonio Police Department on Academic Court, and currently we're doing a First Amendment audit. We're filming. There's public access here. There's no sign saying that we can't be here. This is where you pick up your property once it's stolen or confiscated by the police. I've been inside to film that process, as well as film and document any damage to my property. They do have a sign that I'm looking at right now, and it says no video or still photography allowed without prior approval from the SAPD Office of Public Information. They have on several times attempted to prevent me from filming. I believe that's an infringement of my First Amendment right to gather information. They've gone so far as to call the police to throw me out of the lobby. As long as I didn't film, they would allow me to come back in. So they didn't trespass warn me, they just threw me out because I was filming. So we're here today to find out. I have public information on the telephone. I'm trying to get some permission to film inside and see what they say. I'm going to film regardless. They can just throw me out every time. If they go so far as giving me a trespass warning, of course I can't go back in there, right? But then they're going to have to figure out how to give me my property back every time they take it when they do these unlawful arrests. So we'll see how this process goes. Coming in, and I'm going to stay focused on you.
There's our fellow SCAT member, Southside Slacker, coming to get his ammo. And that gentleman right there with the blue hat and the gray hair.
You can go right around there and film that shit. He's not gonna like it.
Yeah. This is one of the guys that likes to give people a hard time for filming. But today he's behaving himself.
Turn around, slide on it, and you just push it off. Okay, good. But I've never experienced a sign like this before on any city property. And it does say to get permission from you guys. So I don't know if somebody just put this sign up on their own, or if it's something that's authorized.
It's not a sign that PIO put up, that's for sure.
Okay, with that, that says a lot. Perhaps this is just a sign that they put up on their own, and we can certainly address that. Because if they're saying that we have to get permission from you guys, obviously we would expect that you guys would be part of that sign. And I don't believe, you guys are trained in this stuff, and I'm sure, and you don't have to comment on it, but I'm sure you understand the problem with saying that you can't record in the common areas inside. So, of course, we respect private citizens' privacy, but, that's anywhere, whether you be outside the building or inside the building. If you get, citizens on your camera and they're not material to your story, then you blur them out, or you make sure they don't end up in the final production. But okay, I appreciate the information. I will continue to try to contact the city attorney's office. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Have you spoken to City Attorney Jim Cox?
I'm sorry, what was the last name?
Cox. K-O-O-P.
I have not received any kind of response from them at all over the past month and a half.
I'll give you his phone number. Do you have the right one?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
207. He's one of our city attorneys.
Okay.
And he would be a good contact to have, and someone that you can ask
okay.
good questions regarding your specific questions.
Okay, 207. I appreciate that. We're trying to just obey the rules and see how that goes. So I appreciate your time.
I understand you're trying to get the answer that you need.
Yeah. Okay, I appreciate your time, ma'am.
I appreciate you calling us.
And who am I speaking with again?
This is Sandra.
Sounds good.
And last name is Patel.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
More run around. Oh, we don't know nothing about that sign.
Yeah. So
get it from
I
us.
definitely am going to, after you get your rounds back, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to ask them that question. Public information officer said they did not put up.
No, actually came blind, thinking that I'd be able to walk in and just gather my property. Had no idea about the fee. Had no idea that I wouldn't be able to get everything at one time, that I'd have to make another trip, find time to make another trip to get out here to receive the rest of my property. I mean, it was all complete inconvenience. Even when I showed up, there's no ATM or any way. They don't take a debit, check. It's all cash. So, I mean, nowadays it's plastics, what everyone has on them. So it's real inconvenience not to have
Well, how would they get their party money without the cash?
So,
Sorry.
So Mike, let me ask you, that day when you came, did you come in your own car that day?
No, actually, I had a ride from
You had a ride?
from a friend.
But you were able to leave in a car and go
Yes.
get your money and come back?
Yes.
Would you agree that a majority of, well, I wouldn't say a majority, I don't know the statistics, but would you agree that the San Antonio Police Department confiscates homeless and indigent poor people's property sometimes?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Because I'm sure this is just opinions, no fact behind this. But I'm sure there's a waiting period too to how long the property sits here before they auction it off and get rid of it.
So the question I'm asking on that is, they don't tell us that there's a fee. They don't tell us that, and of course they don't have an ATM here. So if you're homeless or you're poor or you're indigent, they don't tell you. So you come here, most likely taking the bus if you have the money. But if you don't have the money, you got to walk over here.
Yeah.
And then when you get here, they tell you that you have to have $25 cash. So if you don't have a ride, you're going to have to walk a couple of miles to an ATM to get cash and come back.
Not too close.
And then also, in the case of legally possessing a weapon, you're going to have to make another trip up here to get your ammunition. So, you think that's fair?
Oh no. No, not for something they could have gave me the night I got out.
Would you agree that if somebody does get property confiscated, probably at the time it's confiscated, they can be told that in the event that we're going to release your property, make sure that when you come to the property room that you have to have cash?
Oh yeah, I mean if they're gonna take, I mean they could easily give you a heads up. They give you a heads up when they tow your car. Don't come broke. Here's where it's at, don't come broke. They can give you a heads up if they're going to take something. Look, there's a fee involved in getting your property back, $25. So just to let you, public awareness, you're already taking my shit. Might as well let me know.
Okay.
You're taking $25 more out of my pocket.
All right. Good. Thank you, man.
And they just want to make it as difficult as possible so they can keep the shit and sell it off.
So at this point, I'm going to go in there and pose some questions to let you know.
Okay, you're breaking up just a little bit. Hold on a second.
Okay.
You're Jack Miller?
Yes, sir, I am.
Oh, okay, yeah, I called your number, but your mailbox was full or something.
We were inside getting some property back.
What was that? I'm sorry.
We were inside the property room getting some property back.
Yeah, and this deals with the sign that there's no video recording allowed?
Yeah, the sign says no video or still photography allowed without prior approval from the SAPD Office of Public Information. I just read that. And the Office of Public Information says they are unaware of the sign and they did not authorize the sign. I did ask the property room, I've been here several times, and I asked them, is that a rule and where can I find that rule? And they said it's their policy. So I expressed to them that I believe I have a First Amendment right to document, my activity in this public area inside here in the common area where we receive our property back for two reasons. One, it is just basically my First Amendment right to gather information about the process, and two, there's an issue where if you receive your property back, if it's damaged, I think it's very important to document that right then and there. And what better way than to take photographs and video of it? But they won't allow, or they try to interfere with that. We have, in fact, we come outside, and if something's damaged, well, who's to say that we didn't drop it outside? So there's an important reason to film that there. So anyway, I figured I would call the Public Information Office first to get permission. Again, they're unaware of it. So I figured because, it possibly might be an infringement on First Amendment right, I figured the City Attorney's Office would be the appropriate place to notify of this problem.
Oh yeah, no, we are. You kind of went a roundabout way, but I'm unaware of the sign, so I'm aware of why you called, and now that you've informed me, let me take a look at it, and I'll get back with you. It may be as much as 2 weeks, but let me take a look at it because I'm gonna need to do some research.
Okay, and we understand that it does take time, so we're not the type to be calling you every day. We do believe when we see a sign like that, we do believe in coming in and documenting the enforcement of that sign first. So that way we can at least present that to you and say, look, this is what's going on down there. So nobody can say, well, we don't really enforce it or something like that. So they've gone so far as to call the police and have me removed from the lobby and allow me to come back in as long as I'm not filming. And I have all that on film. I'm part of a large civil rights organization, and we do First Amendment and Second Amendment open carrying rifles, and we get those confiscated a lot. So that's why we're down here all the time. So anyway, I appreciate you looking into it, and I'll patiently wait for a return call from you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and so you have my name. It's Jim Kopp, K-O-P-P.
Yes, sir.
And this is my direct line, so feel free to call me. If you don't hear from me in 2 weeks, it may be I got buried with other kind of work, but I am going to do research into this.
Yeah, no problem. Large city, a lot of things to do, and we understand that. That's not a problem at all.
Okay.
I can say that I went inside today. One of our members was retrieving his ammunition back, and I set up my tripod. I filmed everything. They didn't say anything to me this time. They said they were going to call a supervisor out, and we're still waiting to see if they're going to call a supervisor or the police, because they did that last time. They said they were going to call a supervisor, and they ended up calling the officers. But but they didn't throw me out this time, which normally they try to do. So hopefully we're making some progress. I appreciate your time, sir.
Are you there right now at the property room?
Yeah, we're here. We did an interview with the person getting their ammunition back outside, and then of course we went inside to ask them if they've done anything about this sign. Have they changed any rules yet? Something like that. They said they would have a supervisor come and talk to me, but they didn't throw me out this time. So maybe they're making some progress. But I appreciate you looking into it as well.
Yeah, take care, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
We're here to address the sign that says no video without prior approval from the Office of Attorney Commissioners. They said they're not aware of the sign, that they didn't authorize it. We just got off the phone with the city attorney who said no, they can't do that. So we're here just to get a comment from them as to get a comment from them to see if they're actually doing anything.
I understand if they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
Can't make them.
yeah, absolutely.
We're not going to give you a hard time. We're just letting you know what we're here for.
Not a hard time. We're here for something.
Not a hard time.
Who needs to talk to me?
You may not even be here for us. They said it's supervisor. I knew it. They're probably going to ask us to leave or something like that. And he'll do it, and we'll do it.
Yeah. So if he is here for us, they're doing the same thing again. Instead of calling the supervisor, they're lying about it and calling the
I
cops.
got it on video. She said she
Yep.
didn't shoot someone. Yeah, that's the second time that she's done that.
Yeah.
So, makes for great video.
Evidently, the sign and stuff, I don't know what I have not had time to look at any city policy or anything like that, but what I can tell you is that are y'all here?
We did. We came today. He needed to retrieve some ammunition.
Okay.
And he gave us consent to film that process. And that's what we're doing. And while we were here, my business was to see if
Yes, sir. I want to make sure I hear you.
My reason for being here also is to find out if they've had any kind of progress or not progress on the issue. And of course, we respect their decision not to make comment. We checked with the city attorney this morning. He said definitely he's going to look into that. PIO said no, that's not their sign. So we've got that, and then so we're just trying to correct that problem. If he doesn't want to give a comment, we're out of here.
I don't believe he wants to give a comment. Can I get your name though?
Yeah.
And I'll give you a CFS number.
Yes, sir.
Let you know I was out here.
No problem. Badge number 50.
I will give you a card with the CFS number
Okay.
on there for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
So
It's not even really necessary. It's not, there's no issue here. It's just here. That's all.
Okay.
No, not an issue. We didn't even, we didn't need you here.
I'm here.
Obviously, they
I'm
did.
here to take care of
Actually,
everybody.
what's bad is they actually told us we have a supervisor come and talk to you. They can time to call the officers out.
Gotcha.
And
They don't seem to have a problem
I came
lying
back
to
in-
their bosses.
So I came back in with my camera.
I'm just making a statement to the
Yes.
camera.
So I came back in with my camera, and it's like, sir, you can't film it here. I'm like, it's not on. No, sir, you can't film it at us. And I'm like, come on, really? Now you're gonna make that rule? Come on.
I don't know enough of it to make it.
That's fine.
To make a comment,
No, yeah,
to
yeah.
be fair.
We weren't expecting a comment from you.
Yeah,
We're not
you know,
looking
I'm
for
kind of here
comments.
just to make sure that everyone's calm and everyone's good, everyone lives safely.
We're part of a large civil rights organization. We have some YouTube channels, very popular. Your portion of this video is just going to reflect that you came, you did your job, and you felt your oath, you did it perfect. So that's your part.
I've been doing it for 31 years.
You're going to get credit for that. Was that right? I told you. I already tell you.